All right, everybody. No awards ceremony would be complete without a Gary Joseph sighting. Katy football coach Gary Joseph, he is being inducted into our Hall of Fame. Legendary coach at Katy. He's never going to say it. I'll just say it for him. So, all right, coach. This season, another amazing season, kind of inside of a pandemic. For the teams that had a program and really are really well organized, it really probably benefited. What do you think? Do you think that having a program in place for the past 30, 40 years really helped you guys win a state championship?
No question it did. Our kids handled it very well. They persevered. They'd take our whole team and got tested, about 6, 7 times during the year. It just disrupted the continuity and it disrupted the things that you try to go over and over and over again. But, they handled it very well. I was real pleased with that and real proud of them. Our school district did a good job of getting us tested and getting our kids ready to go and things. But it was just a real crazy season from that session.
So people outside of Texas, they all think Friday Night Lights, and there's no better program to really convey that than the Katy Tigers outside of the state of Texas. Or if they're just kind of a casual fan, what does Katy football mean to your community, but also outside of your community?
Oh, it's a big thing. People respect, what our kids have done. It's exciting that, we sell out of season tickets, and it's exciting for our kids that we still have a community. It's still important to these people. It goes back to what a lot of schools have, our season ticket holders. Some of them have held their season tickets for over 40 years. It's just, they want to be a part of it. They want to be a part of our kids, and they respect our kids for, the job they do, and, they know the work they have to put in to sit there and be successful. But it's really, it's a lot of fun to sit there and be in a place where football's important, where athletics are important, and it's great to be in a place where kids, grow up, learn the right and wrong ways to do things and stuff. And, I couldn't be more pleased with that aspect. And, I've got a great staff, that teaches a lot of character and do a lot of character things. Kids don't really understand what they're learning by playing high school athletics till they get out of high school athletics. And later on, they'll realize what they've learned. And, our building principal is second to none. He gives me the opportunity to hire coaches and bring people in, and I get great quality character people to come in to work with us and work with our kids, and that makes a big difference. And everybody's pulling in the same direction on this thing. And, for our athletic director, she sits there and takes a lot of pressure off of us, and a lot of heat off us when we get in the playoffs, because she does a lot of the flipping and deciding and things like that, things that I don't have to sit there and worry about. And, like I said, from top to bottom, it's just a real neat place to coach.
When, you talk about your legacy also, just look at the coaching tree, the coaches that you've really developed, even inside your own family. How important is that to you also to kind of leave that legacy of being a mentor to coaches who then go on and have tremendous careers as well?
It's important. It's important because all those coaches are part of the greatest profession in the world, and people will tell you that. It's because you have the opportunity to work with kids and help kids grow up. And the Texas High School Coach Association, I've been the president of that and been through that, and their motto is help coaches, help kids. And, that's part of my deal. I grew up in a coaching family and had probably the greatest role model in the world, and my dad, Eddie Joseph. And, by being that, I understood what I was getting into, and I understood what this meant to coach. It wasn't just about the wins and losses, although the wins and losses are important, because we wouldn't have been able to pass the message on, and kids listen to the message we have if we wouldn't been successful. But they know that you can be successful just by hard work and by sitting there and trusting your teammates and trusting each other and trusting the coaches and working to sit there and do that and developing a work ethic. So it's been great.
You mentioned your dad, Eddie Joseph, Wharton High School. What is something that you really took away from him? What is something that you took from him and basically embedded into what you do?
The first thing he told me when I got into coaching, it wasn't about me, it's about your kids. And it's the same way we try to handle it at Katy, the same way I've tried to handle it my whole career is our kids are our #1 asset at Katy High School, and I understand that. And we have to help them. It's easy to sit there and get down on them or give up on some of them and stuff. but it's our job to sit there and help kids grow up. And they're not all going to be angels, and that's part of it. But in the long run, it's what kind of husband they're going to make in football, and what kind of people they're going to be. And that's what we sit there and really, really push for as a staff.
What I love about this Hall of Fame is that these ladies and gentlemen have touched lives, 10,000 lives over their coaching careers. One of the best in the business, Coach Gary Joseph. I learned something. I'm going to rewatch this so I can take a couple of notes, because I'm going to use some of this with my own family. Congrats to you on being a recipient of the VYPE Hall of Fame 2021 class, Coach Gary Joseph.